Tell them who you are.
Okay.
Don't tell them who I am. I don't want to know I'm
yeah,
here.
Yeah, I know who I am too. Should I tell them who they are? They are members or residents of one of the highest crime areas in the United States. And this is Lafayette, Tennessee, US of A.
Well, it can't be from lack of police protection.
Well, no, now let me tell you, yesterday again, I got stopped.
Again?
Again.
What have you done this time?
Nothing. What they did, I said, why did you stop me? He said, well, you didn't give a right turn signal down there. I said, look, man, I was sitting at a stoplight, in the right-hand turn lane. There's no other way I could go but to the right. Why did I need, anytime you turn, you're supposed to use the turn signal. I said, no, you just looked at this old truck wanting to stop me. That's all it was. Oh, no. I said, yeah, it was. I said, if I'd been driving a new Mercedes and made that turn, you wouldn't have said anything to me.
What'd he say?
Oh, no, it's not true at all. I said, yeah, that's exactly.
That old Toyota truck that I used to have was legal.
Right.
And I got stopped in that thing, I bet you 25 times.
Right. Well, mine's legal too. I got the insurance.
I know.
I got all
well, mine looked bad, but mine looked bad. But they stopped me two or three times in 1 week.
Right.
I got stopped over in Knoxville.
Right. Yeah. Well,
they couldn't find nothing wrong. They just send me on.
Right. Well, like I say, if there'd been somebody in a late model automobile, what they don't realize, we're going to talk a little bit about crime here in this area, and one of the things we have decided going in that it's a high crime area based on statistics, but it's not because we don't have enough police officers.
Yeah.
But what they fail to realize, they stop these guys in the old truck. The fella might have had a beer, or he might have had a pill or something, That's small fries. That's nothing but minnows.
We're wanting them big fries, ain't
And
we?
they let all of these nice-looking automobiles go up the road, and they probably got a whole kilo full of cocaine in the trunk.
You need to say, look, do you think if I was a drug dealer, I'd be driving a truck like this?
I mean, how in the world could I be making money in the drug business or the illegal business and drive a truck looking like that? But yeah, I got stopped again, and I said, yeah, you didn't give a signal, you make a right turn. I said, I was sitting at the stoplight in the right turn lane. I mean, you're supposed to make one anytime you're making a turn. I said, I started to tell him I should have, because he turned behind me, he didn't have his on.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, he was too interested in catching up with me,
Yeah.
But, they got nothing to do around here. They don't train them how to even get out of the way when there's an accident. They don't train the police around there. They're good kids. They're good people. I don't mean to throw off on them personally, but they get no training. You have an accident, and the biggest impediment to the traffic moving on is the police cars.
Somewhere I forgot, I meant to mention that before. Somewhere in the last couple of weeks they had a fender bender and had 3 cop cars and 2 fire trucks, and there wasn't nobody hurt.
Well, yeah.
It took them longer to get all parked and unparked than it did to get the wreck cleared out.
Well, but what happens, and here's one of the things that happens, when the fire department responds to that call, they list it as a call they responded to. How many miles, how much manpower, how much time it took, and how much property they saved by being there. And then when they go into the budget procedure next year, we made this many calls, they're just looking for something to go out on so they can add it to their call ratio. And
it makes sense to me.
Oh, sure. Exactly right. I found out, I found out that they had enough money to complete the jail.
Yeah, all they got to do is not pay anybody for working.
Right, if they don't want to pay any labor or pay for any more materials, they probably doing good.
Well, I'll tell you what, This your new budget deal. Boner's going to do a clean debt ceiling raise. You
Wow.
hear that? You remember about 2 months ago, they didn't want to have no more, more than one of them continuing resolutions, and they wanted to go ahead and pass a budget and get it over with. They didn't need to have a fight over the budget and shut down the country. What they needed to do was put that off for the debt ceiling increase, and now they ain't even putting up a fight.
Right.
They think we forgot that deal.
They're gutless wonders is what they are.
You know, they say that the only way the Republicans are going to win any more races is to become Democrat light.
Right.
Well, what is the use in having two parties if you can't tell the difference? I think somebody ought to go out there and stand for something.
Well, you can't out-Democrat the Democrat.
Well, the thing about it, if they're going to be just alike, there's no point in having a two-party system. So why don't we just give up and let them have it, or go out there and actually stand up for something and see if we can't convince enough people to see it our way?
I believe that you would not even have to convince the people. I think all you would have to do is stand up, and you would have a landslide of people backing you. But your mainstay Republicans, your ones that control the Republican Party, I just soon have a Democrat in.
I had to. Well, it ain't got nothing to do with Democrat or Republican. I just like to see somebody can read the Constitution and go by it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, just play by the rules and quit fudging, and I'm all right with that.
Right. Now, the other day, when I got stopped, I had a pistol in the truck.
Uh-oh.
But I had the cartridge, what do you call it? Thing that the bullets go in.
Clip or magazine?
Clip. I had the clip in the back of the truck,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And because the Tennessee law governing firearms is as unconstitutional as anything I've ever seen. When the Constitution, the First Amendment says that, hey, buddy, I'm on television outside. Come down here worrying me. I done bought off him one time today. Damn impatient people.
Constitutional law
Right.
in Tennessee,
Right.
gun, and you had your bullets in the
Right.
back seat.
Well, the First Amendment says that Congress shall make no laws to
Second Amendment says nobody will.
Right.
The Second Amendment
The
says
Second
nobody.
Amendment says nobody will infringe upon the right to bear arms, except the state of Tennessee, which says you can carry guns as long as you ain't got no bullets in it.
You got a carry permit?
No.
Well,
I passed. I just didn't go get one. I said I ain't gonna do it because that's an infringement on my right to bear arms is to get a permit. I
did
don't
they
need
say
a
anything
permit.
about you having a pistol?
Oh, he didn't even look. They didn't even see, yeah, these people here have got no manners,
Mm.
So, yeah, all right, well, we're back, what I was looking at, folks, here is the new editor of the La Follette Press has committed a no-no.
Yeah.
Now, the no-no is to tell it like it is in the press, in the newspaper.
I may have to start buying one of them.
All right, because he said the analysis of La Follette done by the City Rating Bureau, a national data processing site, shows that La Follette has 716 violent crimes per 100,000. That's if we had 100,000 people in here, which you don't have 100,000,
How much per 100,000?
Huh?
How much per 100?
716 violent crimes.
Well, that means we got 70 per 10,000, don't it?
Right, yeah. Per $100,000, 100,000 people.
We got 10, so we must have 770 violent crimes
Right, yeah.
per year.
Right, now that, they say that Lafayette is the most violent municipality anywhere in this area. Which there's not a whole lot of municipalities in this area, you know. I guess they compare that to Jacksboro.
Yeah.
And to Caryville, and I don't know where else, what they would consider, possibly Knoxville. They probably consider Knoxville. Like we probably have a higher crime rate here than we do in Knoxville. So, what do you think that is?
Well, because we're just mean people, I guess.
Okay. Why would we be meaner up here than anywhere else?
Maybe too much free time.
Got more time to be mean, hasn't it?
Yep.
You know, I think they need to do a statistics, which they probably have, that show that people who have gainful employment, who work, commit less crimes than those who don't work.
Yeah. But you know, now you can get health insurance without working, so you can just go ahead and be a criminal for a living.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. In fact, a lot of people have had to work just so they could have health insurance.
And now they can be artists, and they can be stay-at-home moms, and they can be bank robbers.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
You know, bank robbing's part-time employment.
Right. Yeah.
Hard to get health benefits.
Right, and also I think they said that bank robbers, if you consider the time they spend in jail, wind up making somewhere right around 7 cents an hour.
That's not right, and I can prove it to you.
Huh?
That's not right, and I can prove it to you.
Why?
They don't charge them anything for rent while they're in jail.
Well, I know that, but
Well, that's the same
but
thing
they
as
ain't
living.
making no money.
That's the same thing as living for nothing,
Hey,
no.
but they ain't making no money.
Okay, you go out here and see if you can get 3 hot meals and a dry
bath.
pastry.
Three hots in a bath.
Yeah, see if you can get all that for nothing anywhere else.
Well, I don't know of anywhere.
You don't have to wake up in the morning wondering if you're going to starve, do you?
No.
Well, see, I recommend everybody go to jail at least once.
Yeah, especially during cold weather.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm 100% in favor of it.
Right, you know, the prospects for violent crimes here in Lafayette, based on the data from the previous 6 years, says the crime rate in Lafayette is expected to rise even higher when they come up with the statistics in 2016.
We've even got punk kids robbing stores with BB guns, ain't we?
We have BB and we have the candy bar keeper.
Yeah. Where was this here BB gun heist at?
Okay, it was up there where my son-in-law worked.
But I don't know where that's at.
That's up there, right? Food line. There's a Family Dollar store just back this side.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's where it happened, and you know, I guess you know everything's okay, but I can see some kids coming in with a mask over their face and pointing a BB gun at me. I'd slap that mask plumb off of him and tell him take that for what he could do with that BB gun. Oh Lord. They tell them, don't do anything, do exactly what they say, you know, and nobody's got any guts anymore.
Well, the thing about it is, if a feller's going to be a bank robber as an adult, he needs to practice while he's young.
Well, I guess that's true. Yeah. I guess that's true.
You got to train. That's on the job training can be hazardous.
On the
if you
job
wait
training.
too late.
Right. Well, I just wonder, you know.
How old was these kids?
I just wonder they put them away if they can't get unemployment insurance.
How old are they?
They must be under 18 because it didn't publish any names.
Yeah, I know that. I just wondered if it was little bitty fellas.
I really don't know. But yeah, that was my son-in-law that he told me they'd have to buy something. He couldn't open the register without they buying something. So they handed him a pack of chewing gum and said, ring this up.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
They smart, wasn't he?
Huh?
Smart, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Did they pay for it?
I don't think so, but they did get the fingerprints. They had fingerprints. They need them off of the
off the chewing gum.
Of course, probably none of those kids had ever been fingerprinted, so it wouldn't.
They didn't get them?
Oh yeah, they got them, but it wasn't as a result of the fingerprints. So they got them, got all the money back. So
wasn't too smart, was he?
No, not too smart. But as Ronnie and I both have said, if you got a job, well, let me rephrase that. You'll think I'm RL here. Let me rephrase that. If you have to have a job in order to eat, in order to have a place to live, in order to be able to send your kids to school, and in order to be able to purchase health insurance, if you have to have those things, then you got to have a job. And if you got to have a job, and you get a job, then you're not going to be involved in crime.
You don't have time to be a criminal?
You will not.
You have to go into politics then, won't you?
Right, said that right.
So you can be a criminal and still have what they call a job.
Right. Some of the recent headlines, this is coming from the Lapolic Press, show the community has been ravaged by alleged robbers, arsonists, child rapists, and molesters, assailants, shooters, and even murderers, and that's very, very true. If you look in the paper every week, it will list however many people have been arrested for different things. Here's one that's called in 2 bomb threats to Jellicoe High School. There's all kind of every day there's all kind of news about people who have committed crimes that they're alleged to committed. They haven't been committed. They haven't been convicted yet.
We had any dogs drug in your land lately?
Well, as far as I know, the new editor has not talked about any dogs that have been drugged.
What about, have they covered all them goat capers going on out around Denver?
I don't know whether they have done a full expose on the goat capers or
we
not.
need a Senate investigation of this, at least a state Senate.
I think there ought to be a Senate or a House subcommittee to come up with a investigation of this goat problem.
Yeah, we're infested with goats is what it is. My goats, I don't know how anything could be smart enough to get out of anything you put them in or any way you tie them up and subdue them, they'll get hung on a stick. You put a chain around one's neck, if he can't break it or get loose from it or unsnap it.
Right, they can unsnap it.
I know, or he can't do that, he go hang it on a root where you can't even get his head up. They can't escape from anything they hook themselves on. I guess that makes sense, but anything you put them in, they can just get right out of it.
Oh, they're escape artists, you know, but you know.
I move mine out in the middle of the field.
Right.
chained him up, and the only way that he just had enough chain to get over there under shelter, and he broke the chain. I went back down there, and he just like weaving a carpet. He had just got himself tangled up there. There wasn't nobody get loose. I give up. I don't know, but I got a bigger chain. I ain't gonna be outdone.
You want to put him on a log chain?
Yeah. I'll tell you what I got to do. I got to get him in a barrel and stand him on his head right soon. I done got the barrel.
Huh?
I done got the barrel.
Have you got the?
No, I got to get equipment.
Right. Okay. You gave up on the funnel deal.
Funnel. What funnel?
Using a funnel to put that.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't ever going to do that. I just said, a fella could do that. I'm afraid you couldn't even be still long enough to get him funneled out. But I believe it'd work. It would give him a little bit of a surprise when it come off that big end, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Oh, boy. It wouldn't be like just releasing the handle. It'd just go up there and whack. Whew.
Oh, Lord.
He'd be saying, ma.
Well, let me ask that. After you do that, when they bleat or whatever they do, will they do it in a higher tone?
I don't know. While they're going through the process, I'm going to bring them over and let you watch them.
Well, let me ask something. Do you think all these male sopranos that we've had here recently in the music industry, you think they were victims of that type of operation?
Could have been.
That's the only way I know they could sing that high and be fit.
Well, they used to do that for them choir boys. That used to be a big thing. To get to be to sing at the cathedral.
What?
Yeah, they used to you could sing into adulthood.
Well, there you go. Well, I don't know. I guess you heard that they've really made a big deal out of the college football player who has declared that he is going to be a gay professional football player.
Yeah, that don't seem fair to me.
Well, now just think how much fun he's going to have winding up being on the bottom of that pile.
Yeah, but what I don't think's fair is all them people that declared they're not, and they ain't even made the news.
Right, said that right. But just think, he'd say, I wish this game would hurry up and get over so we can get in the shower room.
Yep. Shirley Black died today, don't you?
Yeah, I did. Bless her heart. She was just always a part of my life,
Yeah.
When I was a young man, she was a little girl. Well, she was actually older than me.
Had her. She had her.
Yeah, but she was just an American institution, Do you know her daddy did her out of all her money?
No.
Yes. She got very little money out of all those movies she made.
Her daddy, her mommy was her manager.
Maybe it was her mama, her parents, or somebody.
Are you sure that it was Shirley?
Yeah, Shirley Temple.
Okay.
Shirley Temple Black.
I never heard that part.
Yeah, we got very little money.
I know Buster Keaton. Buster Keaton, wasn't Buster Keaton? Was it Buster Keaton? Who was that child star that wasn't Buster Keaton? It was that there guy that was Uncle Fester on
the Addams Family.
Yeah. That was his. They passed a law and named after him. Let's see here. Uncle Fester.
Huh?
Let me see what his name was. Uncle Fester.
Right.
Jackie Coogan.
Yeah, Jackie Coogan, yeah.
Well, might have known I'd be getting a phone call.
Right, there you go.
Hello? Hey? Not while I'm on television. See you. Everything all right? Okay, see you. They named the law after Jackie Coogan because his family done him so dirty.
Right. Well, somebody else was a fighting it. Justin Bieber. Is that the one who's...
Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
What about him?
About that, he died at 85.
Jackie Coogan and Shirley Temple.
Well, I admired her. She went on, to become an ambassador to the United Nations. Did you know that?
Not the United Nations.
Look and see if she didn't.
Shirley Temple. She was ambassador to Ghana and the Czech Republic.
Okay.
Shirley Temple, United Nations. Maybe you're right. Let's see. See what it says here. Let's see what it says here.
Yeah.
I'd forgot that if that's right. In the U.S. delegation of the United Nations. She was a foreign diplomat. Okay. Well, she was in the delegation. She wasn't
the.
Yeah, okay. I'll go along with that.
She was a U.S. UN ambassador, but she wasn't.
An ambassador, one of them, and then that was mostly, I believe that was mostly symbolic, wasn't it? And then she was ambassador to Guyana and 74 to 76, and Czechoslovakia from 89 to 92. That was when Czechoslovakia was becoming independent of the Soviet Union, wasn't it?
What?
That's pretty big. That's at the time that the Soviet Union broke up and Czechoslovakia became the Czech Republic.
Right, yeah. That's one place I've always wanted to go, was Czechoslovakia.
I couldn't spell it, so I couldn't get there.
Well, that's the reason I couldn't.
I'd have to write it down somewhere.
Yeah.
Where are you going? I'd say right there.
Yeah, and it says,
Czechoslovakia.
There.
Well, you don't have to worry about it now. There ain't no Czechoslovakia.
Right. So, yep. Well, I'm sorry to hear about Shirley. I admired her, and I never heard anything bad about her,
Well, I will say this. If she'd have lived in Campbell County with all the crime going in here, she'd probably had to call Vital Care sooner or later.
She probably would have, yeah.
562-9370 if you need a ride to the hospital or back.
And they will pick you up. And
Gently.
They'll be there promptly. I no sooner had hung the phone up when I called them that time. Seems like just very shortly they were there.
They just had to come and see what's wrong with you.
Yeah, there you go. And so I appreciated their promptness. I appreciated their tender, loving care when they put me in the ambulance and took me to the hospital. and after 5 days of convalescence or hospitalization, whatever you want to call it, I come back home. If I'd needed a ride, I would have called them. That's vital care. You don't have to call the Campbell County ambulance service. You can call directly to vital care. You can call 911 and tell them you want vital care, and they will send that ambulance to you.
Did you know Franklin McCain?
Any kin of John?
No.
No.
It says 5 decades ago, Franklin McCain and 3 fellow African-American college students made history just by sitting down at a Woolworth's lunch counter in Greensboro, North Carolina,
yeah, I did.
and
I
waiting.
know 'em. I sat down with them, but I don't remember the names.
He died on January the 12th. I believe you mentioned that before, didn't you?
Yeah. I sat down with them. My wife, you had Woolworths, which was about 3 doors down on South Elm Street. So we had Woolworths, another building up here, and then you had the intersection of Market Street, East and West Market Street there at the square. That was where North and South Elm Street was determined, and East and West Market Street was determined. My wife worked on North Elm Street, on the corner of North Elm and East Market Street, probably 300 yards from where Woolworths was. And back then you could only afford one automobile, so I'd take her to work in the morning, and I'd go teach school. I was a school teacher. I got off work before she did, and I'd come up and pick her up. And they were having the sit-ins there at the Woolworths counter, and I heard about it. I said, well, Lord, I go in there, and the black people fix my lunch, fix my meal, serve my coffee. I said, what's wrong with the black people sitting down at the counter and eating? So I'd go in there, and I'd pull up, and they said, what do you want? I said, I'm going to have the same thing those people over there having. And they just walk off mad because they couldn't. Even if it was a black woman, they couldn't serve me. They could serve me the same thing they were getting because they wasn't getting no service.
Well, it didn't take long to get you weighed on,
No, I sure didn't. So is that the ones that were there?
No.
Okay. I wouldn't recognize them now, Lord. That was, 58, 59? When did the lunch counter occur? 60? I forgot when it occurred. I would have been there anyhow. So,
yeah, let's see. Five decades ago, 50 years ago, whenever that was.
that'd be 64, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
But I'm sure they rounded it off.
Right.
And I didn't see the exact date.
Right. Well, it's all right. I mean, what is 57, 58, 59? I mean, I was there, I forgot when it was. And let me ask that, didn't Jesse Jackson, didn't he go to school down in North Carolina?
What?
Jesse Jackson.
I don't know.
Look up and see if Jesse didn't go down there. I know, what's his name, the mastermind of 9/11 went to school down there in Greensboro.
Jesse Jackson.
Yeah.
He was born Jesse Lewis Burns.
Okay.
Wonder if he's Jethro's boy.
I don't know, might be.
Early life and education. He's born in Greenville, South Carolina. University of Illinois.
Yeah, did North Carolina A&T University in Greensboro. That's where Jesse was.
What's A&T?
Huh?
What's A&T?
Agriculture and Technical College.
Okay.
That's what it was originally set up. You used to have big old pastures out there where they run experiments with beef cattle, and they had farming areas where they experimented with crops, and then they went into just a liberal arts school. Basically what it is, technical school. Yeah, Jesse was well known around there when I was there. And, I think Jesse, he's done pretty good to be an illegitimate child.
Yeah.
You know, my wife and I lived together about 7 years before we got married. In fact, we had 2 children before we got married, and my 2 children were the flower girls at our wedding.
Now what did you say?
My wife and I, my second wife now, lived together about 7 years before we got married. We lived together a couple of years before we had any children, and then we had one, and then we had another one.
Didn't you know what was causing them?
Yeah, it was something there.
Okay.
You know what it was, don't you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. 2 of them.
Right, okay. Well, actually, the babies carried my name, and when my oldest girl got ready to go to school, I told my wife, or my wife to be, I said, look, Amanda's name is Andrews. I said, my name is Andrews. I said, your name is different. You're the only illegitimate one in the crowd. Don't you think it's about time we changed your name? And we did.
Who?
Elizabeth. We changed
Oh.
it. Elizabeth's name.
Okay, I'm with you now.
She was illegitimate.
Yeah.
See? And we changed her name, and we were married for 20. We were together for 26 years. Before
Took her a long time to get tired of you, didn't it?
All right. So that was the best thing ever happened to her.
No, I don't know about that.
She don't either. Oh Lord. What else new is going on? You know, I've said all along that we need some jobs here in Campbell County and in the city of La Follette. We need something besides serving hot dogs and wrapping hamburgers and selling T-shirts and that sort of thing. We need some manufacturing jobs here.
Well, how about making T-shirts and making hamburgers?
Well,
That's manufacturing, ain't it?
No, well, maybe making T-shirts. You used to have a pretty good operation going up here at the shirt factory, Manhattan Shirt Factory. We used to have a little bit more industry in this area per population than we do now.
We used to have a lot more in this country than we do now.
Well, you know what intrigues me is last month on the job report.
Mm-hmm.
Did 174,000 new jobs. And Obama had said just a few weeks before that that we had to have 200,000 jobs per month to break even.
Yeah.
But with 174,000 jobs, the unemployment rate went down 1 point.
Yeah.
I can't figure that how the hell that happens.
Well, the way you figure the unemployment rate is how many people are working who are considered to be part of the workforce.
Okay.
We had a whole bunch of people that give up and quit.
Well, I understand that since 2010 that we have lost and had a net loss of 12,000 manufacturing jobs.
Is that all? 12,000? I'm surprised they
Oh, no, last year, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Last year we had 12,000, a loss of 12,000 manufacturing jobs in 2013. So that was probably less than what we lost in 2012, in 2011, 2010. So I think the percentage of people in the workforce today is probably lower than it was in 1978 when Jimmy Carter was about to go out of office.
Maybe fewer workers now than there were then. Not just percentage, but altogether.
Well, yeah.
Well, you know, I tell you fellas are working hard today.
Who?
Digger Wilson.
He's been down there just, you know, he about sold out of propane this morning.
Well, I went down there and he didn't have it. What time did you go?
I came by and left some tanks there. I don't even remember what time it was. No, probably 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Okay. Well, when I was down there, he just, one after the other, I bought 200 pounds.
Right.
And they wasn't a break while I was there. In fact, one guy got mad because I wouldn't let him get in front of him. He left. He stomped off mad.
Did he?
Yeah, he come down there. There was a truck parked there, backed up to go in, and there's a truck backed in to getting propane. And so I come over and lined up out there so this truck could pull out and that woman could back in.
Right.
And this truck in here left, and the woman backed in, and I helped Digger get her gas and set it in the truck for her. While she was there, this guy pulled over and parked and over there, and then she left, he started backing in, and I just went out there and got my truck. I was just going to pull in front of him.
Right.
He got mad and left, because he wasn't next. It wasn't like he had got there first. I was there first.
Well, same thing happened to me down there one day. I was sitting there waiting to back in. I was lined up, and when this one pulled out, I was going to back in, and here this other fellow sitting up here. Here he goes backing in there, and I just backed on up against him. I was going to let him. I wasn't going to let him out.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
He come up there and says, "I didn't mean to get in front of you." I said, "Well, without trying, you did a pretty damn good job." I said, "Don't worry about it." I said, "I'm not in a hurry, you know, but you take." No,
that's the way I was today. I wasn't in a hurry. And if he had acted different, I'd let him go, but he's just going to go anyway.
Right.
And I'm just going to park in front of him.
Right. Well, I've noticed I come out down that Sawmill Holler and have to cross the 4-lane and
Yep.
come back east on the 4-lane. And I've never seen so many impatient people that will flat run over you.
Yep.
Because they're impatient. I don't know what everybody's hurry is.
Well, most people can't figure out what you're supposed to do if it ain't got a line to stay between.
Well, yeah.
You get in a parking lot, you get run over, you get in a place there where people don't understand. If somebody's coming out right here and I'm coming out right here, I've got the right of way if I get on the road.
Right.
It don't make no difference if we're pulling out at the same time. If they pull out in front of me and I run over them, it's their fault.
Right.
They don't understand that.
Right.
There's no logic to a lot of people driving, and I don't care what they say about women drivers. I've only seen 2 or 3 in my life that could drive in a parking lot. They think It don't make no difference if there's any lines or no lines or nothing else. The road goes from here to wherever they're going in a straight line.
Right.
And you better stay out of the way or they'll run over you. They don't look, they just get in and aim the damn thing.
Well, a lot of them don't aim it, they careen. They careen along like a pinball going along, you know.
562-5444 down there in the middle of the road at Sawmill Holler for deer.
For all your propane needs.
If we don't get run over down there, come up here and we'll run over you anyway.
Oh, Lord.
Anybody out there watching that's going into politics, I got a bunch of plywood sections and I got a bunch of 1-befores and 2-befores. You can make your campaign signs and just get out there and campaign.
Right.
Make lies and promises all you want to.
Right. They make a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I got the perfect material for these politicians. And we'll even throw in a scratch pad and a pencil so you can write down your lies and remember them.
Only thing they're interested in is some of that green stuff.
Yeah. No, we got green paint, but you can beat our price on green paint.
Right. But that's good. Good, you need to come on up and do that. Look, folks, I've got, if anybody needs a good hot water heater, I've got a...
Why would anybody need a hot water heater? You don't have to heat hot water.
Well, a heater to heat water.
Oh, okay.
A hot water heater, that's what it is. It heats.
No, it's a cold water heater.
Yeah, it keeps the water hot.
Bob's got them.
I got one, and I've also got a garden tub, good-looking garden tub. If you want one, pretty heavy-duty one too. It's not one of these little thin ones.
You can give your garden a bath in it.
Right. In other words, you can set either way you want to on it.
I'm looking for one big enough for 3 women and 1 man.
Oh, Lord. I don't know whether they make them that way. Well, it depends on the size of women.
Well, yeah, I guess it does.
Yeah.
I've got some that I know that I need 2 tubs.
Oh, Lord. What you need is
It's more than love,
a
Bob.
hot tub, yeah.
Yeah, hot tub.
Yeah.
Whoop plate, whoop plate.
Yeah, I know. I know I was staying out in Best Western out at Miramar, which is one of the suburbs of San Diego.
Okay.
San Diego, California.
I thought you were talking about that time you got down there and your truck broke down and you spent my money and got it fixed.
No, I was out at Miramar, suburbs of San Diego, California, staying at the Best Western. And they closed the hot tub at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You wasn't supposed to get back in the hot tub. Several of us got pretty tipsy, like about 2:30, 3 o'clock one morning. We were all out there in the hot tub. They come out there and threatened to call the police, you know, if we didn't get out of the hot tub. We said, well, give us about 30 minutes and we'll get out. And they never did call the police. We stayed there probably 30 minutes, another hour, you know. And that was back in the good old days, you know. What time are we reading here?
What time? We can go anytime you want to. We've got another 2 or 3 minutes if you want to do it. Is there anything you'd like to fuss about before we leave?
Well,
and be sure and tune us in Saturday at 4 o'clock at you can go to UGG TV or you can go to 1450 WLAF.
That's AM.
Or you can watch us on the internet at UGG TV also.
Right. Okay.
At a live simulcast.
Right, yeah. So remember Saturday and just come on by and see me. Look, I got a lot of good stuff, a lot of good baby items. Just a smorgasbord.
Got smorgasbords?
Yeah, of different things. So just come on by. We'll be glad to fix you up. See
Me
ya.
too.